can't do this shit. What the fuck? First off, congratulations to all those who voted for Rahm Emanuel. Congratulations to all those who supported Rahm Emanuel in his campaign for mayor, and congratulations to Rahm Emanuel himself. Rahm Emanuel ran a campaign that was built on honesty, integrity, a lot of humility. He didn't back off from any challenging questions. He spoke up for the poor and disenfranchised. He talked about eliminating corruption. His campaign itself was totally free of corruption. And he talked about economic justice for every and all people in Chicago, and political justice, no patronage for any and everybody in Chicago. Rahm Emanuel ran a campaign of total justice and humility, integrity, and righteousness. Excuse me. Woo! That's too much bullshit in one paragraph. Can't do that again. There's a lot of people I like to thank. First off, I would like to thank the media. I like to thank the media for pretty much selecting Rahm Emanuel, appointing him to be the mayor of Chicago before we knew whether or not he even lived in the city. I also like to thank the media for cutting out, blacking out, and ignoring, for the most part of the entire election cycle, the other candidates, most notably Bill Dog Walls and Patricia Van Pelt Watkins, all the way up until maybe this last 2 weeks of the campaign. Yeah, they started bringing them in a little bit, and they started interviewing them. There was a couple of forums where they featured them on the news. But for the most part, the media cut out Watkins and Walls, and devalued in many instances. So really 257 as CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, WGN, CLTV, and WVON. Thank you. We shouldn't have a choice in anything. Thank you for not reporting on all the candidates. We really didn't need to see any of the other candidates. We didn't need to see all the other candidates. It wasn't needed. It was totally unnecessary. Why should we have to know about all the candidates, everybody running for mayor? Really unimportant. Also, I would like to thank all those self-defeatist people, particularly those black folks. You know the script that they ran. You know Rahm gonna win. He got all the money. Well, you know, FX, Rahm Emanuel already gonna win. He's part of the New World Order. You know Rahm gonna win. That's Barack's boys. Man, it's all fixed. Rahm gonna win. It ain't even no use. Which contributed to a very low voter turnout. You know, excuse me for trying to think positive. Excuse me for trying to be affirming my power. Excuse me for trying to affirm your power. Excuse me for thinking positively that we can affect change in this city. Excuse me for trying to do something or trying to take up a mindset that's not self-defeatist, not negative. You know, this contributed to a lot of the low voter turnout. I don't know what the numbers are. It might be 30% voted, 40% voted. It was not 50%. It was an incredibly low voter turnout. And there's a lot of other reasons why a lot of other people did not vote. For me, if a person can illustrate to me in analysis and rational and reasoning and rational thinking why they don't vote, then I can respect that. But a lot of these other people with these little piss poor ass reasons for not voting, it's the New World Order. Oh man, he got it. He gonna win. You people, do you ever really stop to think that the reason why black folks are lacking power is because of you? It's because of mindsets like that? Let me ask you all something. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, I mean, why fight? Why put up a fight? Why get up, go to a polling place and vote for 5 people? I mean, it takes a whole 10 minutes to vote and it's so tiring. God, I got worn out doing it myself. Shh, 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 shh. Oh man, I got tired just doing that. And it's so much of a headache. You know, these people, they're just gonna run the city any way they want. Why bother? Why bother? I mean, who are these people anyway? I've never heard of Watkins. I never heard of Walls. Who are they anyway? Oh, Rahm got it. Oh man, this is in the bag for him. Who are you? I don't want to ever hear about how bad you are, how spiritual you are, how intelligent you are, how enlightened you are, how powerful you are. But you can't get your black ass up to go do something easy like vote. Dude, electoral politics is easy. Electoral politics is very easy. It's nothing for them to rule that part. It's nothing for the Zionists, the Irish mob, whoever. It's nothing for white folks in the elites to run the electoral process. It's very easy. There's nothing difficult about this. You're making it difficult. You're making it hard. And you are to blame, and you must hold responsibility why Chicago looks the way it is. Rahm is Barack's boy. And you know, I've had friends tell me, FX, don't complain. We just gotta go to work. FX, don't complain, man. It's just, the struggle continues, man. The struggle continues, brother FX. How many times have we been at this point? How many times have we been at this point post-election and we come up with nothing? How many times over the 20 or however odd years that Mayor Daley's been running this city, the 20 however odd years, what, 6 terms he's been running, every time we get crushed. Every time black folks are supposedly, according to some of your estimations, 42% of the population. Some numbers say that we're the majority of registered voters in Chicago. There is no reason why we cannot find a capable, qualified black candidate to run a pretty much almost minority city, so-called minority city. Chicago is, the majority of Chicago is Latino and black. White folks are not the majority in the city. We've been here before, and quite frankly, I hear the same thing over and over again from everybody post-election. So my point is this: the struggle continues. How long are we going to stay in the same struggle? How long are we going to let certain people sell out the community and we don't do nothing? How long do we get a chance to become powerful enough to reward our friends and punish our enemies? How long do we continue to spin our wheels? Black folks in Chicago are insane, which is pretty much reflective of black folks nationally. We have every black leader, every major black organization right here in Chicago. We have Jesse Jackson, Minister Louis Farrakhan. We have the NAACP, the All African People's Revolutionary Party, the Urban League, the National Black United Front, 2 or 3 other Nation of Islams. We have 2 or 3 Hebrew organizations. The Center for Inner City Studies, that group over there. The Black United Fund. We have a ton of black liberation theology preachers. And we got a whole bunch of black newspapers, Crusader, Defender, the Chatham, the this, the that, the the South Street Journal. We have all these organizations. We have all these black leaders. We have all these black organizations, black leaders in these churches. Yet when the projections came out of the 6 candidates that ran for mayor, the bottom 3 were black folks. And I don't give a rat's ass about Carol, but the bottom 3 were black folks, and they didn't garner barely 11-12% of the total population, of the total vote. So we have all these organizations, all these black leaders, we have all these churches, whatever, all this proud history and the prestige and black history in Chicago and Bronzeville and whatever. Yet in 20 years, we can't elect one little mayor to represent African people. We can't elect one mayor to represent poor people. We can't elect one progressive mayor. We can't elect one black person. We can't elect one. Not one. Just one. Can't do it. Can't seem to do it. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh, wait, whoa. I got it. I got it. I've totally missed the point. It's not that we have all these black leaders and black organizations and black institutions in Chicago. Yeah, we still can't get a mayor. That's the wrong perspective. It's the fact that we do have all these black leaders, black organizations, and black institutions, which is the reason why we're disenfranchised, which is the reason why we're powerless, which is the reason why black people get harassed by the police, which is the reason why black people get tortured by the police, which is the reason why Inglewood looks the way it looks, which is the reason why Pullman looks the way it looks, the Wild Hundreds, which is the reason why the east side of Chicago's blowing up, which is the reason why the gangs doing what they're doing, which is the reason why black folks in Chicago are totally disenfranchised, save 1 or 2 people who have high appointments. Oh, I had it backwards. I thought if you had all these progressive thinking, these proud, intelligent, and courageous, and strong civil rights and human rights leaders and black leaders and institutions and churches and whatever in an organization, that you would be a powerhouse. I thought for sure that's how the formula goes. All the leaders are right here. We got every branch. I don't know if Al Sharpton is in Chicago. It's the National Action Network in Chicago. I think if I have to ask the question, he probably isn't. So I had it backwards. That's why we're disempowered. That's why we don't have shit. That's why we get ruled over by other ethnicities. It's because we have all these organizations. You can have all the organizations you want. If you don't have no unity or an organization among those organizations, among those groups, among those communities, among those leaders, you can piss it all away, which is what they've been doing the past 20 years. Telling me not to complain, telling me don't worry, we're gonna go back, we're gonna get back down to it, we're gonna go to work again. Yeah, no shit. And I feel like whether you think I'm talking shit, talking trash, complaining or whatever, I can do it. Because number one, there's nobody out there going to shut me up. Number two, nobody out there can prove me wrong. And number three, I've been in this for 20 some odd years. I got a right to bitch and complain and talk shit and talk trash all I want. Because I got a resume to back me up. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I don't want to hear about how bad your minister is. I don't want to hear about how bad your leader is. I don't want to hear about what good shit your organization is doing in the community. Hey, that might be true, but the bottom line is, here's a city with a whole hell of a lot of black folks, and we don't have a damn thing. But you know what? I'm not going to get into blaming anybody. No, I am. You know, I can talk all I want about this group doing this group doing that. Rahm Emanuel is a Zionist. He's done this. I can talk about how Rahm Emanuel helps his Wall Street people, how he's here only for the elites, how the elite rich folks put him here. I can talk about what leaders had this little stupid ass consensus candidate thing. I can talk about what leaders sold out what black community. I can talk about who stabbed who in the back, who didn't get what money, who got money from certain places. I can talk about that all I want, but the bottom line is this. There's one person that I blame. There's one person that I hold responsible for this. There's one person that I have to look to and say, you are at fault for this happening, for Rahm Emanuel to become the mayor of the city of Chicago. There's one person at fault. And it's me. Yeah. I blame myself for not taking the responsibility to do something to offset what was getting ready to happen, what had just happened last night, as of last night. I blame myself. I take full responsibility. I could have hit the streets more. I can't help but think I could have done a little bit more. I mean, I've done some stuff, but I can't help but think I could have done something else. Maybe I should have hit the streets more. Maybe I should have talked to more people. Maybe I should have went to just a few more meetings. Maybe I should have went to a few more forums, asked some more pertinent questions. Maybe I should have done something just a little bit more. Maybe I should have done something drastic. But yeah, I will take my responsibility in this. This is as much my fault as anybody. I am to blame. It is my fault. I am to blame. I mean, don't get me wrong. You all still suck too. But I have to take the weight as well. And you know, who knows? Maybe I'm being negative. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic. Maybe Rahm Emanuel might be the most awesome mayor for me. He might be a great mayor. He might rid the whole city of corruption and patronage. He might spread the contracts all around. He might get jobs for each and every person in this city. He might bring money down. He might build Inglewood up. He might build the East Side up. He might build all the poor and dilapidated housing and make housing affordable for everybody. He might get rid of the parking there. He might be a beautiful, wonderful, accessible, transparent, incorruptible mayor. Totally righteous, uniting, strong, and makes us all proud to be Chicagoans. Well, for you. But he might be the greatest mayor ever. He might wow me. He might impress me. He might be the one to bring Chicago into a new golden age where sunshine and bunnies and the lions lay down with the lamb and elves and leprechauns are dancing in the street, and folks and gangster disciples and brothers and vice lords and everybody's holding hands singing Kumbaya, and all the races are united and flowers all grow out of our asses. And he just might be the change that we need. Just like Obama said. Oh,